Kia ora and welcome along to the Met Service National Show for today, Tuesday, the 16th of May. Well, generally things are looking a little bit settled for today, but we have got some severe weather on its way, moving in from the south and also moving in from the north and the west as we head in towards the next few days. So do keep an eye on those severe weather watches and warnings. For the rest of today, though, you can see a little bit of activity around this eastern coast, and we'll bring a few showers in towards parts of Hawke's Bay and up in towards Gisborne. Elsewhere, things are looking pretty dry across the North Island, thanks to an area of high pressure. Down south, many spots fine, dry, nice clear skies. However, we can already start to see that rainfall pushing in towards the far southern parts of the country. And there will be some heavy falls to watch out for through parts of Fiordland by the end of the day, for the end of the day on Tuesday. And we have got some watches and warnings out even in towards parts of Southland as well. As we go through in towards the night time, you can see that rain continues to move northwards. Again, some heavy falls to watch out for through there, and it spills across in towards Southland as well. As we head northwards though, still plenty of dry weather and a good clear skies as we go through the night time. Could be a few areas of mist and fog reforming as we go through the night time, particularly up towards parts of, say, Waikato and parts of Wairarapa as we head through the night time and towards those early hours of Wednesday morning. Here's a look at our nighttime temperatures as we go through in towards the early parts of the morning tomorrow. Again, you can see we're still pretty cold, especially those inland areas of the North Island, back down towards freezing for likes of, say, Taupo, and not far off, even down towards, say, Christchurch down the South Island as well. 1 degree Celsius there, a cool start to the day for Wednesday. As we go through Wednesday, though, you can see that band of wet weather continues to feed northwards. Some heavy falls in towards Fiordland, Westland, Southland. You can see as well some snowfall down to around about 800 metres there. That white stuff there could be enough to bring perhaps a bit of snow to the top of, say, the Crown Range Road. Something to watch out for through there. But we have also got some severe weather watches and warnings for the parts of the South Island as well for the rest of Wednesday. Up on the North Island, generally, things are pretty settled through Wednesday. The cloud increase, and you can see as well that next system not a million miles away. We'll keep an eye on that as we go through towards Thursday and Friday. But for really Wednesday and Thursday, the wet weather is going to be down on that far southern parts of the country. So we have got some heavy rainfall warnings for parts of Fiord and north of about Doubtful Sound, and for west and south of, say, the likes of Harehare. Watches as well for that heavy rainfall through parts of Southland and up in towards the rest of Westland and the Grey District. These watches and warnings you can see here, that's for Thursday. We'll come on to those a little bit later on, but it's worth keeping up to date with the forecast. Looks like more wet weather for the northern parts of the country by the end of the week, and some pretty strong winds as well. Speaking of the north, though, we'll have a look at Wednesday. And generally, things aren't looking too bad for the North Island. A little bit more cloud across that western side. You can see we've still got a few isolated showers just pushing through. But generally, things are looking dry for most of us, and some decent spells of sunshine. That cloud will thicken up as we go through towards the afternoon on that western side of the country. But a fine looking day up from, say, Wellington all the way up towards Napier and Gisborne. Plenty of clear sky and sunshine. Just that cloud you can see just creeping across from the Tasman Sea. And I think that is a bit of a herald of something to come as we head through towards Thursday. In terms of our temperatures, that cool start, but highs back to around about 14 degrees Celsius for Taupo, 18s or so up in the far northern parts of the country, and 16 down towards the capital there. I think we are going to find some of the best bells of sunshine, though, out on this eastern coast. Not a bad looking story at all. Again, a bit of a cool night as we head through towards Thursday. Temperatures back down to about 2 degrees Celsius. As we cross to the South Island, you can see that heavy rainfall through Fiordland and Westland, even in towards Southland as well. Snow down to around about 800 metres. The cloud creeps northwards as well through Canterbury. We might find a few spots of rain in towards those southern parts of Canterbury as we head through the afternoon. But generally the wettest weather on that western coast. Head towards North Canterbury, up towards Marlborough. Most of the day fine and dry, and some decent spells of sunshine right the way through towards the evening time before that cloud just increases and a bit of a cloudier end to the day. In terms of our temperatures, it's a little bit cooler in the far south. Beneath that cloud and in that cooler air, top temperatures for, say, Queenstown, 11 degrees Celsius, whereas compare that to those highs up towards Blenheim, 18 or so, a fine looking day there. Nice spells of sunshine up in those northern parts throughout the daytime, just a bit of cloud arriving through the evening. We have got those heavy rain warnings though for the likes of Westland, Fiordland, and those watches as well for Southland as we go through parts of the day on Wednesday. For more information on those, head along to that Met Service website. As I say though, we've got more to come up in the north. You can see that area of low pressure in the Tasman Sea. As that runs closer towards the likes of, say, Northland, we are going to find the winds increasing and some heavy rainfall pushing in as we go through the daytime on Thursday, particularly overnight Thursday into Friday. You can see that rain increases and those winds increasing as well. So there are some severe weather watches in place for Northland as we go through Thursday. We could well find some more watches and even warnings in place for places like Auckland, the Coromandel, even the Bear Plenty for that latter part of the week for Friday in towards Saturday. So do keep an eye on the forecast, especially on those watches and warnings. And you can find all of that at metservice.com.